What's up guys, Balisong here, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a tutorial on a move called the Parabolic. This is something I would say higher, or maybe let's say mid-intermediate to maybe, no, I don't think it's advanced, but it takes a while to get your head around. This is how it looks. There you go. And here's a slow-mo. Alright, so the Parabolic is a move that you can see a lot of flippers do in their videos whenever they end a combination and they're, let's say, an ice pick. The Parabolic isn't like just one trick. It is, this type of movement, but can also be done from this position. I personally am not the best at it. I don't know how to do it, but that's how you can also do it. It's basically where you throw the handles in a certain way that makes it spin in a certain way and catch it in a certain way. Very vague, but that is pretty much it. You can do Parabolic from Z chokers. As you can see, whenever you do that, you can do that into an aerial. It's like a Z choker Parabolic. You can do Van Gogh Parabolics, but most people just do the regular ice pick Parabolic, which is basically this, right? That's it. And as you can see, the blade is not, the handles are not flying in like a horizontal way, and they're not, or a vertical way, just consistent like that. They're kind of flinging all over the place, but it is actually a very controlled aerial. So we start on a ice pick, right? Now, the first thing we need to get our head around is what we're actually doing here. We're doing an aerial, but not just an aerial like that, where the handles kind of stay in the same, rotation axis. We are doing it so that it does something weird. Now, how do we set that up? First of all, we have the handles in our hand, just resting like that, in between our thumb and I'd say index finger. Now, what I like to do when I start the Parabolic is kind of tilt it over like this, right? And that allows me to put my index finger a little bit in between the two handles. I let it kind of rest in this way, where it's not fully, as you can see, it's not fully horizontal, it's not fully vertical, it is just kind of diagonal like that. But if basically we were here with the diagonal position, and as you can see, my index finger is kind of in between. This is right there in that little gap, and that's going to be very crucial. You need your index finger to kind of be in that little gap right there. Now, if you've never done Parabolics and you have a razor sharp blade, don't do this. Don't practice it with a razor sharp blade. Grab a trainer or a dull live blade. Just grab something, or maybe tape the blade. Don't try this because at first it's going to be very uncontrolled. The aerial is going to be all weird. You don't know when to catch it. The timing is going to be weird, and of course the movement is different. So don't do this with a razor sharp blade if you have no experience. Please don't get hurt. Basically, what we're going to do, right, is when we set ourselves up for the aerial, I'm gonna first of all rotate my wrist up a little bit like that, just to kind of throw it. You don't need your whole arm, you just need your wrist to do kind of a flick movement like that, right? And it doesn't matter if you're on the safe handle or the by handle, doesn't really matter. All right. Now, the main thing for this trick, the main role, like the main actor in this trick, is going to be your index finger, right? Because let me just show you without the blade. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do that flick, and then with your hand, your palm, and then just use your index to kind of pinch it, to kind of pull it back. And because it is in between the handles, kind of like it's resting in between a gap, it'll basically pull them apart. So up with the wrist, pull with our index finger. So what we do is, once we do that, we're also going to create some height with that little throw. And as you can see, it's going to come round, and it kind of lands in the position that we want to catch it in. I don't really move my hand a lot. It's all in the same place. What you can do is just throw it and let it catch. This is when you get it down a little bit. Of course, when you're first doing this, you're going to be like scared because your timing is going to be difficult to get used to. But once you get it down, you're not really moving your hand much. Kind of just falling into place. There. What you want to do in order to learn this is to go through failure, all right? But the only thing you need to remember is that little wrist motion and the flick with your finger. That's all the parabolic is. And once you get that down, obviously with the slight diagonal position, let me show you one more time how it looks. There you go. That's literally it. Once you get this down, you can try other variants of parabolics. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube from other creators who done certain types of parabolics. Even from this position, people do parabolics. I can't do those, but I can do this one. There you go. So if you ever wondered how the parabolic was done, now you know. Practice it safely. Please do not get injured with this trick, because it can be a little bit, you know, difficult, complicated at first. So yeah, without further ado, I do hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are brand new, of course, like always. And yeah, if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram or put them down in the comments. I'll try to respond to all of you guys. I should be able to. So far, I think I've commented or replied to every comment. Yeah, so if you have anything to say, put that down in there. And without further ado, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.